Welcome, guys. Day 2 of Kwanzaa. Habari Gani family.
Kujichagulia.
Kujichagulia. Now, who can tell me what Kujichagulia is? The second principle of Kwanzaa. What does it mean?
Do you know, KK? Go ahead.
Well, it does represent the red candle. We will be lighting that today. Hey, Mom, can you tell us what Kujichagulia is?
Self-determination.
Self-determination. So that is the principle of today. Self-determination, meaning self-determination. So let's repeat after me this affirmation, guys. All right? Define and create your own course in life.
Define and create your own course in life.
Remember, you are responsible.
Remember, you are responsible
for your actions.
for your actions
And your decisions.
and your decisions.
Yes, here you go, my queen. So this morning, I woke up this morning and I was thinking about today's self-determination. And there's this great picture that I found several years ago. I'm trying to make it big and show it on the screen there. I don't know if you guys can see that. But what it is, family, take a look at that picture. Take a look at that. Like that. Mom's going to show the picture to everybody. And it's a picture of some children from a tribe in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you guys to hear this because this story is pretty amazing. It says an anthropologist proposed a game to the kids, to kids in Africa, to an African tribe. He put a basket full of fruit near a tree and told them that whoever got there first won the sweet fruit. Okay? When he gave them the signal to run, they all took each other's hands and ran together, then sat in a circle enjoying their treats. Okay? When he asked them why they chose to run as a group when they could have had more fruit individually, right? One child spoke up and said, Ubuntu, which has been a very important word to our family. And then he said, how can one of us be happy if all the other ones are sad? Ubuntu in African culture means I am because we are.
Yes.
Okay? Ubuntu. So today,
Because we are.
yesterday, what did we learn? What was our principle?
Umoja.
Emoja, which means what?
Unity.
Unity. So that action, is that an example of unity?
Yes. It is.
Malachi? Michaela, Mom?
Yes. it
Malcolm, what do you think? Do you think what we just talked about, is that an example of unity working together to get the fruit? Now, is it also an example of Kujichagulia, which is self-determination? You know, because I think it's important when we talk about self-determination, you know, and this was my thought this morning. I said, from this photo, I said that we would discuss this principle tonight. I said the action of the children is clearly emoji, which is unity, but they had to be self-determined, which is Kujichagulia, not being manipulated or pit against one another for a few moments of pleasure. So to get more fruit, you know, to be selfish
Right.
and not care about anybody else in their tribe. Kujichagulia, in part, is knowing who you are so you can nation build through the practice of Ubuntu, which is I am because we are. You know, Nellie Fuller pointed out these three things. And he said, who am I? Am I really who I say I am? Am I all that I ought to be? You know, when talking about Kujichagulia, Michaela, You know, now selfishness. Does selfishness help us as a community? Does it, Michaela? Does selfishness help us as a family? Does it help us when one person is selfish? So if someone goes in the refrigerator and eats all the ice cream, is that helpful to the family? Malachi?
No.
Why is it not helpful?
Because maybe other people wanted to.
Maybe somebody else wanted to.
That's true.
You know? So we have to have the same mindset about everything in our community, and you know, of course there are always some things that are sacred, but I'm talking about having the mindset of sharing and caring. So Mom, what do you think? You know, from your perspective, what you bring a lot of value to this conversation. So what do you think? You know, Kujichagulia.
You know, self-determination is like what you said in that. I really like that story because it really talks about the unity, the togetherness. You know, not leaving somebody behind. You know, just like you said, kind of like with ice cream. If you leave ice cream in the fridge and one person goes and you know it, somebody purchased it and mom and dad came home with it, and then you get excited after dinner, I'm gonna have some ice cream, when you go in the fridge and it's all gone, then you're disappointed. You know, and that's not, the person who ate it was being selfish, you know, and not thinking of their family or their friend or whoever. So it is important to have, not only to look out for yourself, but when you do look out for yourself, it affects the other people around you. It has a ripple effect.
That's right.
So having that self-determination with the Kujichagulia, you know, I like it says, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves. Ourselves? Yeah, ourselves. So that's important. So if you speak on yourself, you're representing your family as well. So, yeah.
Yep.
When are you like?
So how about we light the candle right now?
You have KK light it? Would you like to light it, Michaela? Okay, come over here. Come on.
Come on, Michaela. So let's light it together.
So which one are you gonna like? The black?
We're gonna light the black one, and when we light it, we're gonna say what it means, right? So the first black one means emoja. So let's light it. You getting it? Let me help you.
I can do that.
You stand and do it. Okay, you got that one? And then the next one is what?
Kujichagulia.
Kujichagulia.
Got it.
Thank you, baby.
Good job, Michaela.
Beautiful.
Tomorrow go with the green can.
We are.
Good job.
So, anybody else have anything to offer on Kujichagulia? How do you think we could practice Kujichagulia, you know, as a family, in our community, in our workplace, in our schools? How can we practice being self-determined?
You can be nice to people.
Be nice, okay?
And like
What else? Working hard, maybe?
working hard, and when they have homework, they help them.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. What about you, Malachi? Self-determination. What does that mean to you?
Like one more.
Oh, go ahead.
And if they fall,
Speak up.
if they fall, you can help them up.
That is, yeah. Okay.
Whoa,
You're
man.
on video.
And I want you guys to think about these couple of things. This principle demands that we, as African and African American people, define, defend, and develop ourselves instead of allowing or encouraging others to do it for us. Now, do you guys understand what that means?
Yeah.
That means allowing other people to set trends for us. We live in a world, we live in a country today that we are a minority, and the trends and culture is set by the majority. And as African people, we can't lose our identity, who we are, our culture, because it's very easy to get vacuumed up into the culture we know as America and forget all about our ancestors and what they did for us, the sacrifices they made for us.
Yeah.
So it's very important that we remember and honor our ancestors, remember what they practiced, what they did, and never forget that. You know, because when you forget that, when you forget your ancestors, when you forget your cultural practice, you will forget yourself and you will cease to exist. You know, do you want to cease to exist where you came from, where you originated from? Do you guys want that?
No.
No. Malcolm?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to always remember your ancestors?
Yeah.
Remember who they are? Do you want to cease to exist as a black man? No. You want to always be remembered, right?
Yeah.
The culture.
That's right.
So keep that in mind. You know, remember, it demands that we as African people define, defend, and encourage others to do this as well. It requires that we recover lost memory and once again shape our world in our own image and interest. So we have to care. You know, if we look at other cultures, and Michaela, I need you to focus. We have to look at how other cultures work together. We can look at our Asian Americans. We can look at our Hispanic Americans, how they really work together as a community. As African Americans, or Africans, we have to do better about doing the same and working together. Understand?
Yeah.
We have to. We can build a community that way and build, generational wealth that way. That's how you begin, by working together. If you don't work together, it's hard to build that generational wealth. So that's something I want you guys. So, Charles, you have something you want to read, sweetie?
Yeah, I just wanted to read the short thing in this book here. It's the story of Kwanzaa. And it's talking about the second day. And it says, the second day is Kujichagulia. That means self-determination, like we've already said today. It says people must stand up for themselves. They must tell others what they want. They must not let anyone else decide their future. So that's, in a little nutshell there, kind of what we're talking about too. And I just wanted to read that because it's kind of more in a simple form, for kids and maybe even for some adults. But I really liked what this line said is that we must tell others what they want. Because I think it's important sometimes, even at work, at school, maybe you want to be promoted at work. Maybe there's things, but if you don't tell your boss, I want to achieve higher success in what I'm currently doing, they will never know, right? Your dreams and your aspirations, right?
That's right.
So it's important to tell people what you want. And if there's something you don't want, it's important that you say, I don't want that. And don't settle for less, right? And also the second part that said they must not let anyone else decide their future. Do you want somebody else telling you, Malachi, you're going to be a doctor?
No.
Do you want somebody saying you're going to be a trash man?
No.
No, because you already in your mind have it set up of what you want to be. Or maybe you don't know, but maybe through life we have to grow and learn different things, right? Right, KK?
Yeah.
Because what do you want to be when you grow up?
Be a horse.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be
What? Tell me. It could be anything.
police.
Okay. You want to be a police officer. Okay.
So.
Okay, look. That could be your side job. So, and different things like that. Malcolm, what's something maybe you want to be when you grow up?
A gamer.
You want to be a gamer?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you want to be a gamer?
Because I have a skill in video games these days.
Okay. So that could be your skill, but what if your parents said, you know what, you're going to be a lawyer? That's me telling you and deciding for your future, right?
Yeah.
So that's not going to bring value to your life if I'm telling you this is what you're going to be and this is what you're going to do. So self-determination is, if that's where you want your goal and your career path to go to, then you have to have the self-determination, the boldness within each and every one of us, right? To kind of know what we want and know what we want to complete and achieve, right? So that's important. So I really like that. So make sure that we tell others, let's say it together. We must tell others what we want. Okay? And the other part is, we must not let anyone else decide our future. Okay? So Malachi, you're getting to the age where you're almost 17 next week. You're almost a grown man, right?
I guess.
So it's important that we start thinking about, gosh, what do I want to do?
Yeah.
What do I want to be? Your next goal in life is what? To do what? You probably have about 2 goals that you've been trying to set. And what is that?
Not right now.
You want to do what with the license, right?
Oh yeah, get that driver's license.
And what else next year? What do you want to do?
College.
What's next year to you?
Yeah, graduation.
Graduate high school, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So those are some goals. So self-determination too is some of our goals, right? Yes, Michaela. Stop, Michaela.
He could be an Uber.
So whatever we want to be, we will be, right? And we need to walk in that and believe in that in the 2019 that's coming. And we need to believe in our own success. Go ahead.
And once again, Mom is talking from an individual perspective.
Yeah.
And that's very important that we individualize this, but also remember, this is about a community perspective.
Well, that too, yeah.
You know, so you look at it from both ends. You apply these principles to you as an individual for goal setting, but also remember these principles drive us as a community.
Yes.
And they're both very important.
Yeah.
Extremely important.
Yeah.
Very.
This gift here? Okay.
Oh, I got a gift.
With it.
So we have a gift here on the table.
Ooh.
And this goes with Kujichagulia.
Yeah.
And it's very important that we have, nobody knows what's in this, right?
Yeah.
But it's important that we have self-determination, right? In everything that we do, in every aspect of our life.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dad, I'm gonna have you open this.
You want me to open this gift here?
I just tied it on.
Ooh, okay, can we take it?
Ain't trying.
I ain't cheating.
Untied the string. Go sit down, Pickle. Go sit down, Pickle. You know what that is?
Oh wow.
Paper.
I can't write this.
The card.
Yes, I know what this is.
The Kwanzaa card.
This is a gift.
The card.
Sit down, babe.
Your graduation.
And yes,
Yo, you graduated.
you know what this gift is a very important gift that is actually for my queen here.
Oh, sure.
And for this family to see. What this is my wife's college degree.
Ooh.
And she was a double major, psychology and business. And not only did she work hard and work to a level of excellence, she also graduated cum laude. And do we know what that means, guys? To graduate cum laude means to graduate with honors.
Oh yeah.
Okay? Charis had a 3.7 GPA,
Ooh.
which was amazing. She's a mother.
Yeah.
She works. She's a wife. She's a sister. You know, she does so many different things, and she achieved this amazing accomplishment. So I'm going to present this to my queen.
Mhm.
I want to present this, and also I want to crown you because you deserve this accomplishment, my queen,
No, thank you.
cum laude, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So congratulations. Let's give Mom a round of applause. Come on. So what does that do for you guys? What does
they
that
say
make-
you want to strive to do better?
To do better,
Yeah.
you know? So maybe you want to get a summa cum laude,
Yeah.
you know? So, let's keep that in mind as you move forward. Well, and let's just remember, man,
Right.
it's
And
in our
that's
corner.
self-determination.
That's
You work hard.
self-determination.
4 years of school,
Mm-hmm.
well, 5 years really, because I was doing that part-time and then I started doing that full-time towards the end of
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah.
But that right there is an achievement, and me and Dad both have one.
Yeah.
Give
We
it
do.
up. And we both graduated with high honors in our class.
We
which
work
is
together.
Awesome. So now we both have our degrees, so we know that all 3 of our children will have their degrees too, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Because we work hard and we strive for the best, right, KK?
Yeah.
Right, Malachi?
Yeah.
And right, Malcolm?
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
All right.
So you guys will recall over the last, that was 2015, 2018, over the last 3-4 years, we've developed a Kwanzaa pledge,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I'm going to read this pledge to you guys. This is a pledge that we did over the last few years. I pledge to educate self-knowledge and on knowledge and my ancestry. I will respect myself and others. I will apply all 7 principles of the Naguzu Saba. I will remember the commitment and foundations that my elders and ancestors laid. I will not be ashamed for who I am. I commit to myself, family, and community to follow this pledge to the best of my ability throughout the year. May this year be filled with abundance. That was our pledge.
Yes, sir.
Now, Charles, do you feel like you did that?
Throughout the year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
I know you did.
Ooh.
And I know you did.
You were amazing.
Okay.
You were
My
amazing.
queen.
No, Dad.
And Malachi, do you think you did this?
Maybe just 75% of it.
75% of it?
Yeah.
That's a start, right?
Yeah.
Michaela, what about you? Huh?
Wait, what?
Do you think you did this pledge this year? Did you work on some of these things to educate yourself? Did you get some education this year? Did you learn some new
Learn
stuff?
some new things
Say yes.
at school.
Did you respect others? Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes.
And you learned the principles, Kujichagulia and Emoji, right? And all the other ones.
Yeah.
Did you, were you ashamed of who you are? Do you love being a beautiful black princess? Yeah. And did you commit to your family and your community? Did you follow these things throughout the year? Yes, you did.
All right.
Good job. And Malcolm, what about you? How do you think you did?
I do no pork, I would say.
Yep. I agree with you, Matt. You were a great citizen and you're highly favored and everyone always speaks so highly of you at school, in the community, at home. I have nothing but good things to say about you, and I appreciate how hard you work all the time. So great work. So this year we will develop a new pledge that we'll share when we do our Karamu, right?
Yes.
So again, before we get to the end of this tonight, I want us to go through this affirmation one more time, guys. You guys ready?
Yeah.
To define and create your own course
To define and create your own course
of life.
of life.
Remember, you are responsible for your actions and decisions.
You're responsible for your actions and decisions.
And remember, that's Kujichagulia.
And remember, that's Kujichagulia.
So remember what Mom said earlier, and she said something extremely important. Mom said that these principles can be used for individual success, for goal setting, right? And she just showed us a prime example of that. And then the other thing is, we use this as a foundation to build our community, to build up our people, to get back to what we once were as a thriving community, okay? And that's something that we have to fight for, okay? It's very important.
That's right.
All right? So this was a great conversation with you guys tonight. I appreciate it. You want to drink? Oh, yes. Want to drink some water? Unity cup.
When you get older.
So we'll end with our libation
Oh,
ceremony,
dang.
honoring.
Yeah.
You know, tonight we're going to do a libation where we drink from the cup. Everybody except Mac because he's sick.
Yeah. Well, you can air
But Mac, you can pour.
it.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right.
I'll drink for you.
So I want to honor. I'm gonna honor my mother and father today,
Okay.
and I honor them because a lot of times as we grow, we learn things, right? We're taught things, and my parents always taught me what through their very best what they knew, and I appreciate that they always taught me principles that I can still use in my life today, and they were always loving in doing so. Whether I agreed with everything that they did in moments, they were always loving in their approaches. So I appreciate that, and I honor them today, my mom and dad. What about you, Michaela?
I honor Malcolm
Why?
because
And who is Malcolm? Your brother. Why do you honor your brother? Because he's sick. And what else? What else do you like about him? Why are you honoring him? Do you love Malcolm? Do you respect Malcolm? Is he good to you? Is he a good big brother to you?
Yes.
All right. So that's why you're honoring him. All right, Malcolm. You come forward. Who do you honor today?
I honor mom and dad and all the stuff all the home assignments I get. You guys always help me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I need you guys to help me, but I can get done on myself.
Mm-hmm.
It take a little bit on me. So,
But we're a team, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's an example of Kujichagulia.
And today, I honor my king today, my husband. Yes, because you know what? He always pushes me and drives me and says, you know what, babe, you can do it. I believe in you. You know, and sometimes when you don't believe in yourself and a lot of times you don't believe in yourself, you know, but when you have somebody who pushes you and drives you and says, come on, I got you, and who supports you, you know, that gives you that self-determination to say, I can do better. So I honor you today.
Thank you, baby. That's beautiful.
it's more.
And believe me, B, I honor you too, baby. I love you.
Alright, I'm gonna honor my mom, my brother, my sister, my dad, because we all work together to make our new air hockey table.
Whoa,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great example.
you have to drink from
Oh,
it.
so I got a drink over.
And Sasha's.
I'm
like
drink
that.
the rest.
Uh-huh.
And we worked together and got it done.
We
didn't we?
got it
I'm
done.
gonna drink the rest.
Now we pour it in here.
I
So
ain't drink.
we thank you for this ceremony of honoring. Thank you guys. So as we end here, we'll blow out the candles, Michaela.
Wait,
So
wait, Malcolm.
there you go.
Okay.
And we want to thank you guys
Teamwork.
who were watching the video
Let's look at everybody on video.
for joining us for Nicholson Kwanzaa Day 2, Kujichagulia.
Day 2.
we hope that we could be an example for anyone else that's interested in Kwanzaa.
Yes.
And that you be blessed, Barigani, and we love you. So thank you for joining us
All right.
tonight.